Hey everyone, welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Hello. Okay, and so day 4 of babysitting the grandsons. Tomorrow's the last day this month. Well, I think. I'm not sure because the way, depending on where the first and the last day of the month, falls on. And I may be doing it at the last week of the month as well, because this time, April fell on the last day of April fell on Sunday, so it picked up on this week. At the end of the month, 30. Hang on, let me take a look here. See here at the calendar. The end of May falls on a Wednesday, so I'll probably be doing it this month again, in 4 weeks. So, anywho's, all righty, let's get over here to the comments and see who's all here. I see a couple more came in that I haven't had a chance to type in hello to. All right, first one in was Tammy at Rebel Canners, followed by CP at Hugo Homestead, and then followed by the Corky White Family Farm. And then we got Star Homestead India and Joe at Garden State Gardener. And everybody, this Sunday for Sunday Fun Day, Joe has asked me to be his co-host, so I'll be over there with him on Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. I'm Garden State Gardener. All right, then Jay came in the house. Green Granny 2, Denise is here. And Cowgirl Hippie Chick's in the house. Woo! And let's see here. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Rachel Knight is here from the island state of Hawaii. Kaylin Strain is here. And everybody's talking. Gear Grinder 19 has rolled in. Idaho Garden Girl has rolled in. It's the Marshmallow Man. Hey, Lewis. And scrolling down here, trying to catch up, and everybody's we got Brun Free from Brun in Australia. Woohoo! The land down under. All right. Duncan 1900 Homestead is here. The more people get in here, the more the chat, just everybody talking to each other. And scrolling down here. All right, we got Tibor is in the house. Keith Cronk is in the house. Prepping to Endure is here. And I hit the bottom with Kathy D. Salt and Light. All righty. It has been an interesting week. Yesterday, grandson number 2, Aiden, threw up at school. And since I was watching the kids, because both parents were working, I had to pack up the kids I was watching into the truck and blitz on down there, pick them up. I threw up. Oh, I'm so sad. You're mad at me. No, I'm not mad at you. Get him in the truck, get him home. As soon as he's home, and it's like, dude, why did you throw up? I don't know. And so he was all bouncing around yesterday. Get over there, and he had a school trip today, and so I don't know why he was home. Why he was home early? I think because he went early for the school trip, and they brought him back and brought everybody home. So when I went over there, he was already home, and he was curled up in the chair just watching TV. He fell asleep twice, not typical for him. And yeah, so I have a feeling he's going to be, a little bit sicker tomorrow, and I hope I don't catch it. But yeah. All right, just trying to keep an eye on the chat here, make sure anybody pops in. I can do it. All right, so I got 5 emails I want to talk about from the Patch News Organization. I haven't read any of these just because they came in on May 1st. California companies cut thousands of jobs in April. Gee, we've only been talking about that. And they're not just cutting them in California. These are nationwide and some international companies cutting jobs. And let me see what it says here real quick. And it's trying to load. Okay, let's see here. Where is, okay, so it's just throwing up ads. Why the heck is it throwing up ads and not the, there it is. Try that again. Yeah. All righty, so let's see. Google did major cuts. And Facebook parent company Meta announced another 1,500 layoffs in the San Francisco Bay Area, 850 in Menlo Park. Yeah, it goes around everything else. Hollywood is bracing for a potential strike as the 11,500 members of the Writers Guild of America are balking at the low stuff that offer they're getting from the studios. Let's see. And what was this other one here? State Database of Worker Adjustment and Retainment Notification Act shows companies across several sectors informed employees of more job cuts in the coming weeks ahead. General Atomics Aeronautical Systems cutting 300 jobs. Virgin Orbit's cutting over 600 jobs. CFED is cutting 600 jobs. Raytheon Technologies is cutting 175. Hollywood Palladium cutting 500 jobs. And those are just some of the ones they're talking about. And then there's a bunch of others listed for, sectors across the United States, but they're not saying exactly what they are. They're just saying different ones and stuff going on. So that's it spreads. Sometimes it starts here and it goes elsewhere in some of these sectors. Okay, this one I knew this. This is God, some of you guys are going to laugh at this one. California ranks in the bottom half of the nation in the new best states list. They've been in the bottom half as far as most of the people in California are concerned for the past 20 years. But they finally made it in an official list. And Newsom is turned purple and stuff, bled a blood vessel in his head when he heard about it. So, and see, does it say exactly where in the bottom half they're at? Let's take a look here. And of course, they're shelling out the BS, trying to make it sound better. All right, so it was lowest in it came to opportunity, number 50th out of 50 states. It was 24 out of 50 for as it's listing, so it just fell down in. And yeah, healthcare, economy, education, infrastructure, opportunity. These are all things that just knock it down. Gee, they're taking everybody's money and giving it to those that don't work, saying, "Oh, you're entitled to other people's money." Gee, no wonder why everyone's rating it says so crappy. All right. Major California clinic closing all 68 locations. company. Oh, a major clinic. Oh, the Jenny Craig clinics are shutting everything down in California. The entire Jenny Craig clinics. So let's see if they have any places elsewhere they're shutting down. Let's see here. Yes, there's 500 of them, and they're shutting down all 68 locations in California, which means there is 432 locations in other states that are being shut down. Yeah. So, oh, but California, so it has 68. Yeah. And some of the other states probably have a few more, like New York. All righty. So, new California hospital safety ratings release. 2 of the hospitals get an F rating in Los Angeles County. So now you don't want to get sick here in California either. And the last one here is was weather related, and this was came out yesterday, but it was about Tuesday. And so another surprise storm rolled in, and more than a dozen areas in the San Francisco Bay Area had more than an inch of rain. And now that rain is starting to hit us here in Idaho. And it's going to go right on across, and we got 8 days forecast of rain here. Let me go back and check the California. I got on this one over here. So let me check what the forecast is there, so we can see how it's going to roll across the rest of the nation here. So they got rain on Saturday forecast, and then it's clearing up. So, but we got 8 days rain here. So part of what hit the San Francisco Bay Area there, most of it, I guess, is coming above through Washington and across. So, yeah, I heard that too up in the mountains. Of course, Southern California has the highest peak in the continental United States down there. So, yeah, they're going to get it. All righty, so that's what I got for the news. And so let me grab this here real quick. So anyone who wants to come up and talk about stuff, there it is. I will say, let's see here. Let's see, 1, 2. There are a couple people here in the chat that have been getting Amazon gift cards and not cashing them. One person here in the chat has 3. Another person has $70 worth of Amazon gift cards they haven't accepted. They're just sitting in their email waiting for them to click on it. So if you're wondering if you check your email for stuff from Amazon, and if you have a whole bunch there, it totals over either $70 or $75. All right. Yeah. Anyways, on the funny news, I just posted a video over on Camp Patton. When I was babysitting, I took a little quick, 1-minute video of my daughter's menagerie. She's got 1 buck rabbit and 2 does, and she's got them in separate cages. And so they're just waiting for things to get the outside cages set up so they can start breeding them. And let's see here. And she also picked up a dozen Rhode Island Red chicks. She's not going to get any more white Cornish cross boilers because they eat too much for what they gain. And the Rhode Island Reds don't. Well, we get eggs from the Rhode Island Reds first, and then when they stop laying, then we put. Yeah. Well, I told her, you let those other ones go like 6 months. You're supposed to butcher them, after 6 to 8 weeks. So anyway, so they stopped getting the white Cornish cross boilers. Jay, these are separate cages total, and the buck is locked. They have one cage with a solid bottom sitting on top of the other one. The buck is down below, and he can't get out. So yeah, let's see here. I'm just kind of catch up on the chat there. Star, the last one you won, you cashed it. I was just in there checking. There are 3 people that haven't, 4 people that haven't claimed. All 4 are women. That's all I'm going to go there. That just kind of tells me they're being financially smart and saving the money till I find something to spend it on. Yeah. What else here? Yeah, I'm going to try here in the middle of the month here to make a trip to the state of my birth, which I no longer recognize as being part of the United States, but part of the USSR. And I'm going to pick up some more stuff and bring it back here, including my mom's treadmill, which has been sitting out in the shop out there. So I'm going to bring it up here so I have something else to work on. I actually made, when I weighed myself today, I'm down to 194. So I lost 2 pounds since last Sunday. I got up to 1,450 calories on the counter on the Gazelle, saying I burned 1,450 calories in one day. And then I found online, I've been researching, trying to find it, and every couple of weeks I put in, ask the same question, and this time it gave me an answer to several different websites. If you burn 3,500 calories, you lose 1 pound. That's if you don't increase your food intake. Now, if you decrease your food intake and you burn some, then that's when you start losing more. Of course, then sometimes if you're doing the exercises, you may be losing pounds of fat, but you're putting on pounds of muscle. And put that out one more time. There we go. Let's see, garden-wise, I have now 3 of the orange hat tomatoes that have germinated, and all right, Courtney, yeah, have a good night, that I've potted, and I got one more. See, I thought I only put 3 seeds in there. 2 seeds were stuck together, and when one of them germinated, I pulled it out and it left the other one down. Oh, okay, got another seed. So if it germinates, I'll have another one. I'm actually put one of them in a pot. I'm going to take back to California to my wife, so she can have one there in her home office, and she can have cherry tomatoes to snack on. Hey, our cabin in the woods, how's it going? So I was actually doing a little cleanup early this morning from the heavy winds we got that came through. The cottonwood trees dropped these funky little things out of all these little pods all over it. and flowering pods, and then it has these funky little seed things that look like a some sort of a chrysalis, and the driveway was just covered with them. Hey, Christy, how's it going? And so I started with the leaf blower around the shop doors and along the side of the house, and blowing it out there. And I got so far, and then the wind changed direction. I started blowing back the other way. So I got my 3-foot asphalt rake and just kind of pushed it all off the driveway, and then I just blew everything else left out towards the street and over towards the where I'm raising the dirt up in the front yard to make it level instead of it going like this. I'm going to make it level, a nice level lawn, because the way it drops so far steep, I can barely mow along next to the walkway. So we're going to be leveling that out this summer. But there's been some interesting videos out there. I don't know if anybody follows Rob Painless. He just did one checking on the crackers he had in storage. And what's so funny is at the beginning he's talking about, I got some ones that I had back there and I just forgot all about them. They've been back there for years and stuff. He opens up. These are some of my oldest. Some of these are older, but these are my soda crackers. They're from 2020 and 2022, and we're going to see if they're stale or not. And I had to laugh because if both my boys are into eating the soda crackers, and we will get the big, was it 8-pack or 10-pack from Sam's Club, because they'll go through those 2 packs a week. And if they're not interested in, they'll sit up there and they'll all spoil before we go through 1 pack. So soda crackers, it's faster, whatever. Feast or famine. There we go. Get my tongue untied. Feast or famine. And whether we go through them or not. And so maybe he's showing some of the other ones that were, okay, but the soda crackers were like, That's one thing I really need to, my wife needed to figure out, how to make our own soda crackers that taste pretty much close to the saltines. All right, Joe, have a good night. So, but yeah, there's going to be some interesting other videos coming out here. I just started I filmed 7 of them today. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to film another 7 videos for the Your Prep for Today. And then on Saturday, I need to get another 7 done at least. And that way, if I get those all loaded up, when it comes time for me to go back to California, I'll be in the middle of that time frame where I have to worry about filming and uploading Your Prep for Today. And I got some good ones out there. Yeah, what Rob says, he feeds his to his chickens, and chickens will eat a lot of things. And what I know of my daughters, the only times that they get salt is when they have bad saltine crackers and they toss those out to the chickens. That's the only time the chickens get salt, because all the rest of the food really doesn't have much salt in it at all. Let's see here now. What else have I been doing? Actually, let me look at it here. I'm going to switch monitors here, so I'm going to lose what the side chat's saying there for a second. And I'm going to go over here. Hopefully it's still running. So I'm up on page. So this week, where am I up here? So this week, okay, so on Monday I started on I'm looking at the page here. 308 in the one book I'm working on, and now I'm up on 338. So I've written 30 pages this week. So I've actually been on a good roll with that. And that's just the one book. I went back and I wrote 6 pages in one of the other books, and then I corrected some timeline error consistencies in another one. Oh, I forgot. I also wrote. I think I got 8 pages written for hard for the book Hardcore, which is a new takeoff, and the core is spelled CORPS, as in Marine Corps. All right, stick matches with it. No, Jay. When I'm leaving California, what you hear is what's her name? What is it singing? You know, I'm already gone. Either that or it's the final countdown. But Howie's in the house. Woohoo! Oh, that's right. I need to change that up. Banners. Change the banner from that one to this one. There we go. Back to comments. Everybody, remember to hydrate. Hey, Chipper, how's it going? So, see, there was a comment. Stick matches only, Tibor. I want to see what that conversation was. Yeah. Anyway, so before it started raining this evening, after I got done washing the kids, I brought another wheelbarrow load of firewood in. It's 72 in here, but the temperature tonight's supposed to get down colder. And let me see here. It says, come on. There we go. Tonight's low is supposed to be 41. The high tomorrow is 11 degrees cooler than it was today, and the low is going to be 41. Then it's going to go up 1 degree to 58 Saturday, and the low is going to be 38, and 58 and 37 on Sunday, and then 60 and 37 on Monday. So I may need to put like four little logs about that size into the wood burning stove, light them up, and let them keep the house from getting too cold at night. Why? You don't want to be drinking something with a yellow tint to it with that picture on the can? And by the way, if anybody was smart, the day, and if you owned stock in Budweiser, you sold it the day they made the announcement with that can. Because someone told me that Budweiser is going boom right now. Because nobody is buying those cans. Now, which I think is funny. I wish I'd saved that photo from it. There was a meme on one of the guys posted out there from the homesteading community, and it had it says so and so placed a trans wonder on their can of light beer when a real beer company posts a real man. It had a picture of John Wayne on it. Oh, yeah. What's strange is I'm thinking back. Did it even snow in April here? Yes, it did. Wait, January, February, March 21st. Yeah, the first week of April, I think it snowed here. Maybe the second week it got a 1 day flurry. But the last 3 weeks, it's been warm here, unseasonably warm. And with the forecast, let me grab the other one here and look at the 14-day forecast. All right, we've got Steph trying to come up here. And let's take a look at this thing here. 14-day forecast is, it looks like her camera's not coming through. I can hear. We have showers and sunshine the 18th. All right, the 17th. All right, I'm going to count down from the 18th. 80 degrees. 17th, 80 degrees. 16th, 79. 15th, 78. 14th, 76. 13th, 71. And then it's down into the 60s. That never happens in May here. Never in the 70s. And we've been in the 70s a couple times already here. And even last week, we had some 70s. But up into the 80s, and the high 70s and 80s, I don't recall that. And I've talked to some people, and they go, like, this is insane. Because I can look out here, out east, and I can see the Grand Tetons. And the Grand Tetons are usually covered with snow until middle of June. And I can see more dirt out there than I can snow. And down south is one of the real big high peaks down here, southeast here. And usually I can't, anything I can see of it when I'm from town here is all snow. Not anymore. It's maybe 2/3 covered with snow, and the rest of it's, exposed forest, rock, and stuff like that. Hey, Dioris, how's it going? Let me try this one more time here. Drop that down. Okay. Randolph Scott. Okay, hang on. What's that? All right, she's trying again. She must be having bad things. Her picture's not coming.
I'm trying.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, so you can talk.
Okay. Yeah, I can't believe the weather we've been having, Gil. It was so hot the last couple of days, and now it's cooled off, and oh my gosh, I can't believe it's cold again.
Yeah. Well, here, like I said, the temperatures here, we're not getting anything below 37 for the next 10 days. And we only have, I think, 2 days of that,
Wow.
of 37s. Yeah, we have 2 days of 37s, and it starts climbing again. And that's on Sunday night and Monday night, and then it starts climbing again. And it's going to get up into the low at night. It's going to be 50s there for, quite several days there. And so, actually, let me look here at the other one here. Pull the other one up so I can see what's going on with the staff sergeant. So they're having a 49 low tonight, 51 tomorrow, 47 on Saturday, 49 on Sunday, and then the low 48, but it starts climbing. The highs start climbing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, because I know they've had some 80-degree weather over there, and actually they had some 90-degree weather about 10 days ago.
So on my channel, I had said something about how the weather had changed so rapidly, and Uncle Al from Die Bullfrog 79 said it was because we're changing from the El Nino to the La Nina. Is that true?
I didn't hear anything about change. I know we're supposed to be in an El Nino year, and it's supposed to continue. I haven't heard any of the news things saying going back to the El Nina, which we've had for the last 3 years. That's why there's been such big droughts. Because when it's in El Nina, we don't get any rain.
Well, maybe that was it. Maybe he said that we were transitioning from La Nina to El Nino. Maybe
that's been going on for over 2 months now.
Yeah.
But what is happening is and Kaylin can correct me on this in here, because I know she watches Ben Davidson at Suspicious Observers. The corona holes, the sunspots, and the other ones, we're increasing the sun, going in an increasing pattern right now for sunspots. Rather big the last week or so. And so we got the solar winds, uptick in solar winds, which changes the weather. We have geomagnetic storms coming, which changes the weather. And then there was three M class flares in the last day or two, and the last one was if they're impulsive, which means it's a spike and it's gone. There's really no flare, no corona mass ejection with it. The longer the spike is, the better chance of a corona mass ejection. And the one today was a moderate one, so it spiked and then it tapered off a little bit slower. Not some of the ones that go up and they stay and they go like this. This one went up and down again. Fortunately, it wasn't aimed at the Earth, but there's a minuscule possibility of a glancing blow from the arc of the stuff going out. It did put off some ejection stuff. But right now the sun is acting up. But the worst part of it is they actually had people documenting now and showing what other people that were been poo-pooing Ben, putting out papers showing, oh crap, the Earth's magnetic sphere is dropping and losing power, and these little spikes in weather stuff shouldn't be happening, but they're happening more often because the magnetic field is weakening at an accelerated rate. So.
Yep. They're gonna finally have to admit that Ben's right.
Oh yeah. And the other thing too is I love this location for its semi-isolation. I don't like it for its altitude. However,
what's your altitude?
If 45, hang on, let me double check here.
My altitude is less than yours, Gil. Mine's 2677.
Yeah, I'm at 4590, well, almost 4600. I would rather be down at 3200. More atmospheric protection from the sun.
Oh.
So I'm looking at it from with the weakening magnetic sphere and everything else, you were getting more rays coming in. So
okay, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, and even if Ben's right on about the flip in 20 some odd years, even at 30 something 3,600 or 3,200 foot altitude here, this far from the oceans, with the mountain ranges in the way, it'd be okay. It should be okay. But
yeah, I hope so.
let me check. I'm going to check one other thing just to refresh my memory on something. Fredonia, Arizona, and what was its altitude? Oh, okay, its
That's
altitude is
North Rim, isn't it?
all right. The altitude where I went to high school on the north rim of the Grand Canyon, the altitude there was 4671. All right, and so I'm here. I'm at 4590. So I'm about 80 feet lower. When we were there, the crews to build our new school came up from Phoenix in the middle of the summer. These guys were used to working down in Phoenix, Arizona, with their shirts off all summer long so far. They came up there first day, they started peeling off their shirts. Everybody's telling them, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, we've been doing it all the time. We're all tanned. We're not going to burn. Next day, they had their shirts on. They're moving around like us. The shirts had needles in them. They got burnt so bad because of the altitude. So,
yeah, yeah, that's right.
OEN, Phoenix, Arizona. What's so Phoenix's altitude? 1,200 feet. Yeah, so you're looking at over 3,000 feet more, 3,500 feet more altitude. Yeah. These guys had been working for 3-4 months, got fried in one day. Hey, Doris, how's it going? So that's the one thing I don't like about altitude is the thinner atmosphere, which just the thinner atmosphere doesn't provide as much protection. Plus, with the weakening magnetosphere and all the other stuff, it's like there's less stuff stopping the different rays and stuff coming from the sun. Yeah, activity. There has been an uptick in activity, Doris. The come on, brain, work. We just had the winds from the one corona hole passing. The other one's just coming in, and so this weekend we should see an uptick in the winds from the incoming corona hole. And actually, let me see if I can find something here to show you here real quick here. Suspicious observers.
So perhaps our internet is going to be worse than usual.
Possibly. Okay. All right, hang on, getting this here to... And it's a non-skippable ad, so I got to wait for it to go. But I want to show you one of the things, scenes from it here. All right. Like, give me the other view so I can see it. There we go. So this is the one that's coming in right now. The other one you can't see over here. It just departed. So this is the one coming in we're going to get hit with through the weekend. And I got another little one coming up here. Right up. Oh, sorry, get on the right picture. So this here's the one coming in right now we're going to be getting hit with. This one's probably going to start hitting us in the next day or so. Up over here is a major active region coming in for sunspots. And this is where the flare was going off right here, I believe it was. But yeah, let's see here. Okay, so this is the sun. There's there's the flare there. Look at that flare popping up.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there's part of the ejection coming off the top of it, and that's the sunspots that are coming in. And there's more down here on the limb showing as well coming in that you can barely just see a little bit of. So yeah, we're in an uptick for sunspot activity. Hey, Vitra, how's it going? Yeah. Kaylin, trying to remember which book I sent you. I thought I sent you a PDF version of one of the Scout and the Ninja. Part from the Against the Wind universe here, the books I'm writing. I'm not sure if they talk much in that particular book about the uptick, but they do in the main book Against the Wind of the because of the how close the planet the asteroid passes between the Earth and the Moon. It was like a 1,200. I think they said. I think I figured it out. I'm working with a friend of mine from NASA on it, and I believe it was about 1,200 foot uprush up the Mississippi Valley, and then spreading out all across the plains. So I'm not sure if it reached up to where you're at in Iowa. That, like I said, that's just fiction so far. If the Earth does its, like Ben and several other people are now saying, there's going to be that same type thing going up. And I'm not sure how high Ben's saying it's supposed to go up from the Gulf. But, and also which way the Earth is going to go. But actually, I've been playing with my grandkids on that. I got a map of a thing, and I've actually been taking all of Ben's data and I put little marks on it to where the new poles are going to be. And so the new poles are going to be, so the Earth, instead of being sitting like this, is going to be sitting like, it's going to be sitting and rotating like this instead. Oh.
Yeah, I got a globe and I did that too.
Yeah. Well, this is I spent $7 on a little blow up one, and I've been putting. I just take my little marker and put a couple dots for where he's saying, and then he had the one animation, and I traced it out, and I had to do it twice because I got off by 10 degrees off on the tilt and corrected it. But yeah, it's so where I am is that's going to be there. So where we're at is about here in Idaho, where I'm at is about the same from the it's about the same on the rotation.
Same latitude.
About the same
latitude, but now you're in the south hemisphere.
Yeah, instead of being up here like this, we're down here like this. So instead of being above, we're down below. So, yeah.
Watch out, your toilet's going to flush and the water's going to go the wrong direction.
Well, I'm going to do like they did on The Simpsons and put all the pumps and you flush it, and it reverses the flow back the way it's supposed to flow. Yes, Star, her camera's not working, but we can hear her. So, no, Jay, Kaylin does not need a surfboard ready. She needs an inflatable Zodiac ready. All right, I'm reading into this, Jay. Let's see. Flairstack Electronics, the lefty cell phone stopped working. The cell phone zombie apocalypse begins. That means that the snowflakes they're going to be snowflake zombies. Bad boy. Actually, Tibor, there is a lot of evidence showing that it does every 6,000 years. It does a 90-degree tip, and then it does a 90-degree tip back after the change of weight and stuff built and ice build up. And what causes it are the micronovas, which is the scientific community. The rest of the scientific community are ready to go, oh wow, yes, they do happen. We are seeing them on other stars and stuff. Micronovas. Wow, we didn't know micronovas could happen. And that's what that supercharges the boundary layer and causes stuff to be able to slip. Actually, all right, this is going to sound, this, when the movie first came out, I was laughing at it. And so I started learning from several different sources about the layers of the earth and how the one, on the plates and stuff, what keeps it together is the fact that there's a electromagnetic glue type stuff, and that gets super activated. It kind of spreads a little bit, and stuff can slide a little bit faster. And that was 2012 with I can't think of his name now, the actor, but the president was played by the Riggs's partner in Lethal Weapon. But yeah, and there's a more I dig into it, it's the scarier it gets for me. It's like, And I think, okay, so I'm 66 right now. 20 years from now, I'll be 86. All right, Howie, have a good night. Yeah, there is so much stuff that we're learning what the planet does and has been doing for years, and it's like they can track the magnetic flips, and then they're realizing to track the magnetic flips that the part of it is because it's not a 180-degree flip, it's a 90-degree flip, which means that something had to move only 90. And so, yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff on that. If you look at it with an open mind and all of a sudden you'll start going, okay, and you start looking elsewhere and, more information. It's like, wow. So, but I was able to do a little bit of work out there on the garden with the tractor before it started raining. Now I got to wait for the rest of the time, and I forgot to check on the onions and the strawberries to see if they're starting to peaker back up now that it's warmed up enough. I know
my
the
rhubarb is shooting up.
Okay. I know a bunch of the onions I harvested and gave to my daughter. She got a couple of those gray busing bins from Sam's Club, and she put them in there. And now they got green coming up that high on them now, and they're all like. So she's just waiting for another couple of weeks here to be able to take them outside and plant them in the one of the raised planter beds I built for her from the IBC totes. So that'll be interesting. Jay, I haven't listened to Ronald Cunningham, but I've heard several other ones, and other ones in the scientific community. So, yeah. No, and Joyce, no, I haven't listened to theirs either. I just, Yeah, I can. There's only 24 hours a day, and I'm trying to sleep at least 6.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're coming up on the top of the hour. Some things to point out. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow, let me get the list up here for everybody. Okay, so tomorrow at noon Eastern, White Family Farm with Rebel Canners is doing the Blue Ribbon Canning Show. I'm not sure what the topic is. Let me see if it's up here real quick here. Sometimes she has it posted already here. Oh, I don't want YouTube TV ads popping up here. I don't see hers going on. Oh, wow. He's still doing it. Butch at Salmon Hollow Homestead has been running a live stream on his baby chicks for about 8 hours now.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me check something here real quick here. White Family Farm. See if that's up there. And then has she? Nope, she hasn't put the. She hasn't even loaded it for the Blue Ribbon Canning Show yet. So she'll probably load that in the morning. Tomorrow night on Camp Patton Family Compound, my other one is Grow What You Eat, what you grow. You're talking about, picking the proper things to grow for you or you or you. And what's good for me is not good for you, and what's good for you is not good for me. We depending on what we eat and everything else. All right. What else we got here? I'm just reading some of the things in the side chat. Magnetic North. It's not running through the Dakotas right now. Yeah, the Magnetic North is not down in the Dakotas. It's off the other side. Let's see what we got here. Monday, it's what new foods are you learning to cook on Camp Patton Family Compound. Tuesday is what age has made me realize about prepping. And then next Friday is are you ready for Mother's Day? All right, so that's what's coming up here. And I got to watch kids tomorrow, so we're going to wrap this up here so I can get some sleep before I have to go watch all 4 kids at the same time tomorrow. So I want to thank everybody for coming in here. I want to thank Steph for coming up here for a little bit. And we'll see you. Hopefully see you tomorrow over on Camp Patton Family Compound, 10 o'clock Eastern time for the Friday night in the homestead. And remind everybody, the number one prepping failure is water. So store water, then your food, medicines, clothing, and add more skills to your prepper toolbox, if you will. All right. See y'all later. And I'll thank you for coming in, and I'll see you later.